Katie's basically saying that, or whatever, I guess, like, went after Greg, and like Greg, knew what he was doing, yet had texted Nick saying that she knew at that point it was never Greg. I personally don't give a shit.
Which, if we run the tapes back from this podcast, everybody was coming for me, and I said that, and everyone was coming for me, and I was like, she was never going to be with this man.
You're right. You did.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. And I actually came for you as well. That is true. And I was wrong. I just don't like, and there's so many people that do it. It's like Katie's, here, in full transparency, I'm friends with Nick, but Katie's sitting there like, Nick's not relevant. I don't give a shit about Nick, but I'm telling all of you that I blocked him, and I'm going to talk about him for 5 fucking story slides. It's like, if you don't care about Nick, if Nick's not relevant, then why is his name even coming out of your mouth?
Right. Yeah, that was the beginning of the weirdness.
And it's all this, like,
even being brought up.
And it's all this, like, oh, I have all this tea, like, I'm spilling all this tea. It's like, yeah.
This was part of the messy tea fest. Okay.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I just wonder why. Yeah, okay, so there's people in the franchise who don't like Nick because he said his opinion, whatever. But one thing, I know Nick too. One thing, Nick is not, you have him blocked because he just won't stop texting you or calling you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really understand the reasoning.
Where?
Yeah, it seemed like it was a conversation.
Yeah. And he's
that
also,
she was a part of.
And the truth is, Nick is actually much more relevant. Like, Nick's podcast does very, very well. Like, he has a very, very big podcast, and he's had some of the biggest guests on that podcast. So he actually is pretty relevant. And he could talk about Bachelor because he has a podcast that's not all about it, but part of it is.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. I mean, so we had the 12 days of messy, we had then we had the 12 days of messy, then we had just this, she's spilling her tea, and I love a good cup of tea. Y'all know that. I love a good cup of tea. But you also can't be ready to spill tea, talk shit about people, do this, do that, but then also turn around and talk about mental health. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
very true.
You're bashing someone or saying this or saying that in your 12 days of messy's, bashing all your guys, saying all ridiculous stuff, but then you're turning around and being like, but worry about me as a lead and my mental health and protecting me as my mental health. It's like, it's a little contradictory. I am here for the tea, but you got to say things with your chest. You know what I mean?
It's not
you
even
gotta,
good tea.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing is that whatever the fucking tea, I hate saying it, but if the tea's relevant, but it's not, the tea's about you, so nobody,
also,
it doesn't even matter.
I've done this before on the podcast, and I'm going to do it again. The word tea, where it came from, it means truth. Drop the truth, sis.